If you're 9-3 and you nitpicking little shit, you in a good place. If you can't find nothing big to bitch about and you just nitpicking this, that, and that, you in a good place. You definitely in a good place.
We could be talking about drafting a quarterback next year.
Yeah.
We could be talking about firing some coaches, even though we still want to fire Harbs. You know what I'm saying? Or replace Harbs. That fire is a harsh term, right? It sounds so negative. We would like to promote
relieve him of his duties.
Relieve him of his duties. Would you like to be in the front office, sir? You earned it.
Yeah, mutually part ways. Come up to the front office, you know.
Yo, but Mike Macdonald, he don't need to go nowhere. His place is right here.
For a minute, he should be the coach in waiting, man.
How long you been there? 2 years? This is his second year. He's out of there. He's out of there.
I know.
He's out of there. Top defense. I mean,
he's out of there. He's gone.
I think Harbaugh got
the last man standing.
If you really a leader, man, Harbaugh, you gotta sit down and say this team needs Mike Macdonald going forward, not me.
The only way that happens
yourself.
what would have to happen for that to happen? Because if we make it to the AFC Championship, Scotty ain't gonna step like that, even though he should.
You know how ego-driven Harbaugh's are. He ain't stepping aside. What?
Not for that.
Never happening. Not for that. Like that ain't happening. Like they had to be.
You told me if I hired him, I wouldn't have to worry about him replacing me. I would have just hired somebody lesser.
Right. I would have got a bigger name for all of that. No, hell no. You're not replacing me with him.
Why you think I got Todd Monken? I didn't want Bieniemy. Never mind.
Right. Exactly.
But talk about the touch on the Chargers real quick. Them coming out in that first possession with 12 minutes in the field is reason why Brandon Staley should not be a head coach. Like that was pretty ridiculous. Like that
was it. Their first play of the game.
The first play of the game on defense. They came out with
defense for them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, had to take a time out.
People had to take time out. That's the reason why he shouldn't be the head coach. Like shit like that. There's other little things in the game where he just no feel for the game. He literally. I'm content. I'm on that. Maybe I'm on the island by myself. But if it wasn't Brandon Staley, I don't think John Harbaugh pulls that one out last night. That's how I feel.
John Harbaugh got out coached.
He got out coached. Yeah, I was about to say.
And Brandon exactly.
So if it was that's saying a lot.
If it was even a better coach than Brandon Staley, and Brandon Staley still did a lot of dumb shit. Still did a lot of going forward when he shouldn't have went forward and just doing a lot of dumb shit. But yeah, he needs to go, yo.
Because they care about Justin Herbert. My bad.
No, they don't.
No, hell no.
No.
What would you
say? Let him play with a broken finger. I mean, let him play with a broken. I mean, he's tough. He could play, but the way they was talking about it, that shit was really had ligament damage.
Bro can't even brace his falls when he gets sacked.
That's what I'm saying.
Yo can't put his left hand out because his left hand broke.
Didn't they make him play with broke ribs last year?
Yes.
Because what's the other?
That was Tyrod.
Nah, they almost killed him. That's how we ended up seeing
Tyrod, but
that's how we ended up seeing Justin. Actually,
they made both of them play with the broken ribs.
But he broke his ribs.
Got broke ribs the first game or second game of the season last year
against the Chiefs last year, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they were, and he dealt with that up until like week 10, 11 before he got right.
No, but Keys make a good point though, because from a coaching standpoint, you look at early in the game where Lamar scrambles, gets out of it. I think it was like 3rd and 3 or something, and he looks like he gets the first. He did get the first down. They call it short. Mm-hmm. Then you run the Wildcat. That's a lost possession. Same thing with Aguilar. He's short, and then I think he kicked a field goal and tuck and miss.
Oh my
God. But those are two times you had an opportunity to extend drives for your football team. You elected not to challenge the play, and the ensuing play, you turned the ball over. So you just can't have those empty possessions against higher quality teams. It's just not going to work, especially as we head into December and January. And
I know you want to talk on say something about Tucker, Nick. I don't get Harbaugh logic sometimes, because like I said, like you just said, you go for it for 4th and 1, right? You know, in the first half, and you don't get it instead of taking the points to extend your lead. But then with the game on the line in the 4th quarter, you kick the field goal instead of getting 2 yards and the game is over with. You don't got to do anything. They can't get the ball back. So I just don't. You're aggressive in the first half, but then you're conservative in the second half. He's been like that his whole career. You got to be one way and stick with that shit. You can't. Like I could send you take the points in the first half, and then it takes the question out of what you got to do in the second half. Because now instead of kicking the field goal for 6, you kicking the field goal to go up to 9. Who knows how the rest of the game will went? But if it did go the way it went, you're kicking the field goal to go up 9 instead of going up 6. So you're hurting yourself by trying to be aggressive. When you, like I said, when you should have challenged the call, even if you're going to be aggressive, at least challenge it. You know, to try to get the first down, but you don't do neither. You rush it, you run that play. You got your $200 million quarterback standing on the side, And granted, I know Mark not there, but I just don't get it. It was
this is where I'll join you in criticism with of Monken situationally. I mean, 3rd and 3 after Keaton Mitchell gives you a 6-yard run on 2nd and 9, you take him out the game and you bring in Justice Hill and you run it up the middle on a draw play. There has to be something creative in your bag on 3rd and 3 to put the game away, because even if you don't get it, it's a field goal opportunity, right? Why are we doing draws to Justice Hill?
Better yet, just leave the kid in the. Better yet, just leave the kid in the football game.
If you want to run the ball, do that.
Yeah, if you're gonna run the ball.